Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am unboxing and testing Diamond Painting ePainter number 8. If you have dropped in on this video and you're thinking, what is a Diamond Painter e-painting pen? The e-painters are pens that use a vacuum to suck the drills up. So you don't use wax or putty to pick up the drills, the pen sucks the drill up itself. So that means you don't have any wax or putty residue in your diamond painting, so you don't have to look through it and try and brush out excess wax and putty. So it keeps everything nice and clean. These pens also pick up AB drills with no problems. The standard pens, if you're using wax, the AB drills tend to pull the wax out of the pen. So some people revert to using tweezers, but a lot of people don't like using tweezers. So the big plus of these pens is you can use them with ABs, and the other plus is there is no excess putty or wax, so you don't have to keep refilling the pen. So they are very popular at the moment and more are coming out. So I decided to buy a mixture of them just to try them out, let people see what they can expect and just talk about the differences between them. So this is number 8. I ordered it on Amazon. It was Amazon.de, which is the German branch of Amazon. I live in Denmark, so I order my stuff from Germany. So the link, I'm going to put the link to it. The link will be to the German site, but I'm sure you'd be able to copy and paste the name and search it on Amazon.com, etc., whichever one is best for you. So this is what arrived. Electric diamond painting pen, innovative built-in vacuum pump. And I don't know if it tells us much else. Just a little bit in the back. Note, avoid placing it in high temperature and humid place. So don't use it in a very humid environment. That's pretty much it. So now to open up and find out what's inside. There is some paperwork in here as well, and that is it. So change the traditional spot drilling method and work more efficiently. Put the hose into the pen, connect the USB port, click the switch button, click once to turn on, click again to turn off, start working. So pretty basic, which is good, not complicated. So first of all we get 2 trays, sort of generic, not quite the most basic tray. They do have a spout on them, but they do have the angled sides, which I don't like. If you touch the side accidentally at any point, it flips the drills onto the glue, the table, the floor. So we get 2 trays included. These are pretty much standard for all the budget diamond painting kits. So we're not really interested in them. This is what we're interested in. So it's a very nice pink, wrapped up in a bubble wrap bag. The pen has tried to escape but not quite made it. And it's a bit different. So a very shiny pink pen, nice upgrade from the standard diamond painting pens, which would be this type of thing. So it is definitely more ergonomic. It's made of metal. It's actually quite heavy. I like it. It has a wasted area here so you can vary your grip. Definitely more ergonomic. Much better than the typical diamond painting pen. That's quite nice. I like that actually. Then we have the actual pump. the hose is already connected, USB cable, and it's like one of these little light switches, a little lamp switch. All the other ones I've tried so far, the switch has been on the unit, so that's actually a good idea to have on the cable, because you can put the pump wherever and you can have the switch beside you instead of having to reach over and try and press a switch. I like that idea actually. Open it up. So it comes with USB connector, no mains, plug or adapter. So you need to get a charger with the USB in it or run it from a power bank, which is what I will do. Okay, I don't know if that's meant to be like that. The hose is stuck to it. That actually doesn't look very good. I was thinking it was some kind of protective coating, but it looks as if the hose has actually stuck to the unit. So maybe it went in when the hose was still warm. Hopefully there aren't any holes in it, because the hose never work on a tilted table. The hose is fitted inside the unit and I'm pretty sure you're not meant to open it up. But we'll give it a try. Now I need to find my pen. Always remember, if you're working on a tilted table, to place your pen that way and not that way. Right, okay, so we'll get the hose and all we do is push it into the pen as far as it goes. It's a silicone hose, so it's nice and soft and bendy. They aren't all like this. This is actually one of the better ones. It's quite flexible, apart from the fact it's stuck to the unit. Doesn't seem to have affected the hose though. So untangle everything, and then we'll get the good old trusted power bank, plug it in. It's already on. Okay, initial impression with that is it is pretty loud. Definitely one of the loudest ones that I've heard. We'll check just how loud it is. So I have a sound level meter that I've been using with these things just to compare them. So what I'll do is I'll sit it beside it and I'll stop talking so we can see what the ambient noise is in the room. So we'll say it's about 43, 44, something like that. Now we switch on the pump. So I think we can safely say it's about 60. That is a loud pump. I notice when I switch it on as well, the whole unit jumps. It's pretty powerful inside there. Yeah, so it is a loud pump. May or may not matter to you. I just noticed something else. There is no filter. We don't get any kind of filter that we can put in the hose that stops any small particles of plastic or dust getting sucked up into the pen, going up through the tube and into the motor. So that's a bit of a downside as well. Yeah. So yeah, sort of changing my view on it. I like the fact the button is separate from the unit. It is a bit of a pain sometimes to reach over to units and try and find the switch and click it. It's a lot easier for this type of thing. But that is loud. So we'll test it, see how well it actually works for picking up drills. So I'll set everything up and we can see how that goes. Okay, so we're set up and we'll give it a try. So switch it on. I think that is just because of the kinks in the hose. So it picks up no problem at all. It's actually quite a strong pump. I can feel the drills lifting as I put the pen near the drills, but the noise from the pump is really loud, and that would irritate me very quickly. I do wear headphones and listen to music, but even at that I think I could possibly still hear it, and it would definitely irritate other people that could hear it. Some people might be wanting to relax or sit and read or have a nap. That is not going to happen with this pump. So yeah, as I said, I've been testing different models. This is possibly the loudest, if not it is equally loudest. There's one other one that I did that was very loud. The fact that it doesn't have a filter, most of them have a little filter that goes in line in the hose to catch any little particles that may get sucked up and go into the pump, which could cause it to malfunction. So no filter. The pen, I really like the pen. It's quite heavy, it's made of metal, but I wouldn't buy it just to get the pen. So yeah, overall disappointing because of the pump. With the e-painters, I think the most important thing is how quiet the pump is. We don't want to be listening to that while we diamond paint. We're meant to be relaxing. So yeah, this is the final e-painter for a while. Basically now I'm waiting to see something that comes out that actually looks like it really will work and is maybe different from anything we have. I've tried quite a few with the hose now, but ideally I would be looking for an e-painter pen that feels more like a normal diamond painting pen that doesn't have the hose. So the pump would be inside, which obviously is going to make it thicker. You can't get around that. But if the pump inside is quiet and it works, I would definitely go for something like that rather than one with the hose. The thing about the hose is I know that some people will definitely find it irritating having this length of silicone hose laying around the table. It could knock things over. It takes a bit of getting used to, like I'm diamond painting just now and the hose keeps hitting my arm. It isn't actually bothering me, but I know some people that would be just too irritating. But for sure, the most irritating thing about this particular e-painter is the pump. So that was diamond painting e-painter pen number 8. Yeah, it's the noise of the pump. Just getting straight to the main point. That is very loud, and I really don't think many people would want to listen to it. So the pen is really good. I like the pen, but the thing about the e-painters is you can always change the pen out. So if you get an e-painter that has a quiet pump, but you don't like the pen, you can always change the pen. There are companies that actually do custom pens for e-painters. Basically, all it needs is a pen that is hollow through the centre, because most pens have a hole at either end, and you put the single placer in one, the multiplacer in another. If that hole goes straight through the pen, you can use it with an e-painter. So you're not stuck with the pen that you get. The other thing that I don't like about this one is the fact that the hose goes into the unit. It's a sealed unit, and it doesn't have a little piece sticking out that you can connect and disconnect the hose. That means if something goes wrong with the hose gets damaged and you have to change it, you have to take the thing apart. And guaranteed, if you take it apart, it's not going to be covered under any kind of warranty. Whether the hose is included under a warranty, I have unboxed one before, and it said that the hose was only guaranteed for 3 months. So if the hose breaks or starts to corrode, or not corrode, but like crack or split, you can't really easily change it on this. So there are things, looking at the 8 that I've done, there are things from different ones that I think are good ideas, and maybe if somebody could combine all of these things together, they could come up with a really good e-painter pen. There is one that I did that was very close. I was very impressed with it until I started placing drills, and then it all changed. That was the closest one. The rest are all basically all based on a theme that they all, nearly all, use a hose. There's only 2 that don't. But I like the idea of that little switch that's on the cable. So you don't have to reach over to the pump and try and find the little switch on the pump. You just press that little button. That is a good idea. I've never seen that on any of the rest I've reviewed. So for me, an e-painter pen that has a switch like that, we're talking about ones with the tubing. A little switch like that would be good. A quiet pump would be the main thing. I think that is the thing that everybody is looking for, and that's why people are watching reviews like this, so they can get an idea. I think as soon as I switched that on, a lot of people would be thinking, I'm not even going to entertain that. That is the biggest thing for anybody who's looking to make an e-painter. Give us a pump that's quiet. Whisper quiet would be perfect. Whether it's possible, I don't know. And one that is, if we're talking about the ones, the handheld ones that don't have the hose, one that is easy to hold, ergonomic. We can hold it for 2 or 3 hours at a time, because a lot of diamond painters will diamond paint for that length of time, if not longer. So we don't want anything that's big and bulky and heavy, because after time it's going to sort of take its toll on your hand and your arm holding that thing up. But I would say the main thing is the pump. A quiet pump would make for a very good e-painter, and one that doesn't use a hose would be even better. So that's it. As I said, I'm not planning to buy any more. I just keep seeing them coming all the time, but I tried to pick a variety, ones that just look different, and thought, well, why is that different? The other thing that I don't really understand is you get some that have different power levels. Don't really see the point, unless it's if you're doing partial kits that have those really big gems, that maybe the standard sort of level of pump wouldn't pick them up. Maybe, I don't know. But I think the vast majority of diamond painters diamond paint with the standard round and square drills. So the pumps don't need to be super powerful. Super quiet is more important. So yeah, that was disappointing. It was the last one. I was hoping it was going to be something different. Well, it was different, but not in a good way. So that's it. The ePainter series has officially finished, so I can get back to doing unboxings of diamond paintings and showing other accessories, just not ePainters. I think I'll give that a break for a while. But I hope if you've been watching these videos, I hope you've picked something up from them and they've helped you decide which ones may be worth buying and which ones definitely aren't. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.